After being stranded on Alderney, it was finally time for OYZ to go international. We would be sailing through the immense tidal races around Kapla and Barfleur before making an overnight passage into Baie de la Seine in an attempt to make it to Honfleur before the tide changes.
Unreal, guys, this is us getting away from Alderney for the first time in a long time.
Our departure from Alderney was bittersweet. We had many unforgettable experiences on this tiny island, but we have many more countries to visit and memories to make. The tidal race between Alderney and France gave the vessels a huge speed boost around Cap La Hague, getting up to 11 knots on the spur and 10 on the Sula, but it was about to change as we encroached on Barfleur.
So we're now passing the Pont de Barfleur. Arrows! So we've got a ripper tide against us, so we've got the motor back on. Sam's just made us a nice bacon butty with brown sauce. Arrows, coach! So it's coming up to 8 o'clock. The sun is low in the sky. No sign of the Sula behind us. Last we heard from them, they were going about 2 knots on the strong tide around Pont du Barfleur. So that's Pont de Barfleur all the way in the distance over there. And somewhere over there, the Sula is.
We were miles behind the spur and still getting beaten by the currents around Pont du Barfleur. So we fired the autopilot on and patiently waited for the tides to push us into the bay.
Sailing vessel Sula 2, reading loud and clear, over.
Just be aware that we are heading very closely to the Faro. Floating objects out here.
Didn't really get much of that. I did hear floating objects out here. I'm guessing they're just saying be very careful because there's stuff out here that's floating about that you won't necessarily see until we're close.
The bay was full of shipping vessels posing a big threat to our safety, but thanks to our supporters we have AIS on the spur allowing us to see their movements.
I'm on the bow with a torch. Hopefully the crab pots will have a little reflector on them and we'll be able to see them.
Look at that massive bit of gear. I'm happy it wasn't moving like. Don't want to get smashed by that with no sib and no life raft like. Yike.
Have you dropped any containers in the water, sir?
You see that bright light there? It's not a light, coaches.
Yeah, that is not a light, coaches.
It's in fact the moon on the horizon, oranged up. Obviously France brought it down to do some maintenance on it, and they've got it on solid, so they're firing it back up.
No, I genuinely saw it because I hadn't even properly come up, and we were literally like, what is that? Like, we've been seeing some stuff on the charts, like buoys and stuff like that, so we thought, like, what even is that? There's no clear lights on it. And then Alge goes, that looks like the moon, that. Woo! We literally seen a moonrise, guys.
What the hell? What the hell? Hell, hell. Let's go. OYZ through the night. Swapping over 1 AM. It's now 1:06. Our head dog's gonna go and rest his lids. And I'm gonna take over. Yes, we've got contact with the boys. Sailing vessel Blue Spur to sailing vessel Sula 2, sailing vessel Sula 2. How's it going over there, champs? How far are you in?
Very well, we are 32 nautical miles away, ETA 8 AM, sitting about 5 knots speed over ground. Get.
As the boys closed in on Honfleur, Tom and I on the Sula were looking less and less likely to be able to get there in time before the tide changed, and we would be unable to get into the lock.
It's 2:30, the captain is back on the bridge. We're getting AIS collision reports all over the shop, but we're winning. Let's go! And now I've lost my night vision.
Use the red one, you don't lose your night vision.
Let's go!
Because we are an Arnhem registered boat, we have to fly the Arnhem flag. So I'm just going to tie that to the back of our forestay here, and it's just going to fly itself in the wind as we go along.
Get in the boy.
What time's it? Like 5 a.m?
It's like 5 a.m. Me and Sam have just been asleep, and Rob woke us up. It was like, where's the handheld VHF? We both like shot up, like
Saw this
bleary eyed. Oh, well, and I do to your fair Spanish lady. It is time to raise the Arnhem flag. National anthem.
No. Not quite. Da 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 da.
Being so close to docking in France, it started to finally feel like we were truly underway on our journey around the world, and we were excited to see everything France had to offer.
OYZ! 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 That is Le Havre in the background, and we're on our way to Honfleur. Je m'appelle Robert. Enchanté. Get up!
Sailing vessel Blue Spur calling Port Honfleur. Over. Don't want to talk to us.
So we contacted the Port Authority on channel 73 and they told us to go on to channel 17 for Honfleur. We've contacted Honfleur on 17 and are waiting for a reply. So far unsuccessful. But we are a little while away yet. We've got to enter the Seine first, the mouth of the Seine. This place is crazy. There's huge ships everywhere. The camera just doesn't do them justice. We've been weaving in and out. A lot of pilot boats going around, a lot of busyness. And over there is Le Havre. I swear this is one of the most beautiful sunrises I've ever seen. Maybe it's the exhaustion. We've got the Wisdom line there, underway. Big old tanker. What are we doing?
We didn't know it yet, but the French inland waterways was going to blow us away with its incredible scenery and unexpectedly test us throughout. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our spectacular French inland waterways series. And from everyone here at Outside Your Zone, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.